about it. Okay, and I hope it's a good one. Considering what's happened to other child stars, how fortunate would you say to have avoided everything that's happened to them? You know, like mentioned on sites like minorconsideration.com and all that.
Right. I don't know. My parents have always been a little more on the stricter side, especially my mom. Like, kind of ridiculously strict. Like, I wasn't allowed to watch 90210 when I was a kid.
Yeah!
Because she thought it was, I don't know, inappropriate. Whatever, Mom. But yeah, she was always very strict and kind of taught me. I mean, I started acting when I was 5. So she taught me at a very young age to respect people and to listen to people and kind of, you know, taught me to have good manners or else. So yeah, that's why I never went down that road, thank God. But it's sad to see that, especially people, you know, like Lindsay Lohan. She's got this reputation now where I don't know if she's ever going to be able to shake it, which is sad because she's a good actor.
And she wanted to be in, she said she wanted to be in Black Swan, but like I could imagine her being Black Swan.
Yeah, you know, it's sad, but this business is crazy, and there are all kinds of people that say yes to you a lot. And that can be very, very dangerous when you're young and have a ton of money and all that. And you know, it's not such a good thing sometimes. But you know.
I was also going to ask, how did you feel doing that scene with Simon in the episode where you were sitting on his lap?
When I was sitting on his lap?
Yeah. Well, you were sitting with Simon on his lap, and he was.
Oh, that.
And Firefly.
Oh, right, that. That was in Objects in Space, right?
Yes.
On the couch there.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, anytime I get to be close to Sean Maher, it's great. I actually moved 2 blocks away from his house in LA, and I'm not joking you.
But then you said in the movie, I've never had sex with him. Like,
we didn't have sex.
No,
you're
clearly said we didn't have sex with I
know what I said.
Yeah.
We all know.
Yeah. Okay, I must have missed something there because I kept thinking, well, you're sitting on Simon's lap. You must have done something with Simon all this time for you to be saying it. And, no,
she didn't get any.
My bad. You're great.
Hello.
Hi. I've kind of grown up with you on television, so it's kind of cool to see you live and everything from
You mean live, like I'm a Beyonce concert.
Yeah. Well, you know, for the nerd community, yes, pretty much. But when I was in high school, Firefly was on, and I was taking auto shop at the time. And I just found it so refreshing to find a female mechanic on television who wasn't, like, scary. And you know, because there's a real perception that sometimes you see them on TV and they're kind of scary. And I was just wondering, how mechanically inclined are you? Or was that all completely acting?
That was, yeah. Yeah. I can't really do anything as far as that's concerned. Like for instance, my camera, my digital camera, I thought was broken because it wasn't turning on. And I didn't know what to do about it. And I went on this beautiful trip and I couldn't take any pictures because my camera was broken. And I got home and I showed it to my husband and I was like, I don't know what happened, the camera just stopped working. And he was like, you put the batteries in wrong. And I was like, oh. Yeah, not so smart.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
So
Sarah, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. Jewel, right?
So you played a lot of human roles, but if you were to ever don prosthetics and be a monster or creature, what would you be?
Not a wraith again. Did that once. That kind of sucked. What would I be? Ooh, it'd be kind of cool to be like some, I don't know, like psychotic mermaid or something. Wouldn't that be fun? Applause. You go, that person's like, yeah. Prosthetics are tough though. Like ever since I did that episode of Stargate, I looked at actors who have to be in prosthetics all the time in a totally different way. Because it's really uncomfortable. And especially when you have to wear contact lenses, and those like cat's eye lenses are so much thicker than regular contact lenses, so they're really uncomfortable. And then you put the teeth in, and that's even worse because you can't even talk. And you know, call times are super early. Like on Stargate, my first day of work, my call time was 3:45 a.m. Like Starbucks isn't even open. It was brutal. And then everyone else rolled in at like 7:30. And then at the end of the day, after you've been working all day long, you're the last to leave too, because it takes an hour to take it all off. So I can't imagine doing that for an entire series. Like I look at people like that and I'm just like, wow, that's a lot of coffee. That's a lot of coffee. But I do it for psychotic mermaid.